this week we've got strongest toe wins. I just spat all over you, sorry. Losing champion and hungry childbirth. Take it away, Tiffany.
Yeah. So for our first story, did you guys know that toe wrestling is an actual sport?
No.
What country?
What do you think?
Russia.
Russia?
Mongolia.
Mongolia.
Toes.
Who got the thickest toe on?
Chinese, man. They come up with some interesting shit.
Is there a sexual version? Like oil toe wrestling?
I'm sure there is.
Probably. I'm not sure.
Ooh, like 2 toes and a mud bath.
I don't know if I could toe wrestle. I'd be giggling too much.
So this country, back in 1976, there was a group of people that felt that this particular country would never win in any sports.
Vietnam.
So they were like, you know what, we gotta create a sport.
What, name a sport that Vietnam has won at?
Oh, shooting.
What?
Yeah, they got their first Olympic gold medal or something like that. No, maybe I don't know if it's gold, but they got their first Olympic medal, the recent Olympics,
Oh shit!
from sharpshooting. Yeah.
Damn.
Oh shit, hey! Good job!
Don't man.
Young people.
Don't man. Don't man. Don't man.
Young people.
But that's like finally after how many years?
I know.
The whole year, man.
Give it time, but fucking, that's a cool sport to be placed in. Awesome.
After he won, he wasn't even happy. He was like, fuck, finally, took me 50 years. God damn.
Yeah, well, this country, it's the UK or England.
What?
So apparently this.
Don't they got crusty toes out there?
Why? They wear shoes.
Exactly. If it's all humid and thick and cold and they wear their shoes inside the house, don't English people sleep with boots on?
I picture the type of English people you're thinking are probably medieval peasants with like a crusty toe that's split in half.
Ew!
That's what I'm thinking.
Asian people got the crusty feet because they're always in fucking sandals.
Look at my feet.
Oh my god.
It's all black at the bottom.
This is because I was walking on the carpet,
When
but
he
my
tries
feet
to
are
like,
clean.
he'll slide his feet into the bed sheet.
This carpet's dirty.
Like, you hear go.
Hell.
Oh my gosh.
There's like pulled thread in the sheets.
does.
That's awesome.
The de-threads are fucking sheets.
What are the rules to this? You have to keep your heels down. You know when you like thumb wrestle, technically like you're not supposed to be going like this, like or arm wrestling, you have your elbow down. Are there rules to this?
They do have rules.
That's weird. Or long
The
toenails.
posture.
Or long toenails.
Oh my god. Why do they gotta be buff though? Like, what's the point of him working out?
They probably do things on the side.
That dude on the left is like a badass biker.
I know.
He takes this shit seriously.
He's actually won 14 times.
Fuck. Just through intimidation alone.
That's
He's
crazy.
been crowned 14 times already.
Why does he have gloves on?
So you have to have your butt down on the floor.
Okay.
And your hands both have to be on the ground. And the leg that you're not wrestling with has to be in the air.
Oh.
Oh.
So
Those are the
no
rules.
stability.
But he's not even touching the floor and his legs off the floor on the floor.
Maybe just one?
Maybe. I'm not.
Well, how do you win?
Yeah, so in the middle, in the center here, I'm actually gonna show you guys a video clip.
Awesome.
So you guys
And
can
on the
see it
next
in
JK
action.
party, toe wrestling.
Put your foot up, babe. Babe, put your foot up.
You guys should toe wrestle.
Put your foot up. I want to try it.
No.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Hairy ass feet.
Whoa.
I like how they got the badass music. Like it's all intense. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's doing it for his country.
31st annual? They've been doing this for 31 years?
1978.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, right. The WWE.
How are you supposed to win?
Wow. Oh my god, dude. There's a toe inspector.
Yeah, there's a podiatrist that inspects everyone's feet for fungus or injuries.
Damn, that's crazy.
14th crown?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Dude, I love how they edited that shit.
Ew.
I love how they're trying to make this sport so badass, like arm wrestling or like some combat sports. They got like the rock music going on and there's like
Well, that was the New York Post that edited that video, but yeah, I mean, they're trying to.
But it's like, I think Thumb War is a lot more badass than this.
Yeah.
Really? Why?
I don't know. It's just a battle of feet. You know, it just. I don't know. It just seems cuter.
I wonder if there's regulations on size. Like, what if we put like Julia against like Josh?
Josh has 15
Like,
size
This
feet.
is gonna be your foot. This is Josh's whole like half foot.
Like
Yeah, No, I think they do line them up to match people's sizes because I saw in this other video that there was a kid wrestling another kid.
Oh,
So,
I see.
it's pretty.
You know what's weird? Palms don't smell like feet do.
Because they don't touch the ground everywhere. I guess.
And they're not in a glove all day.
But what about people that wear sandals and they still got stank foot?
They do smell, because when you wear your workout gloves, don't your workout gloves start smelling?
Oh yeah, our boxing gloves.
Not as bad.
Well, I mean, because you're not wearing it as much, but imagine now wearing it as long as you'll wear like socks and shoes.
Oh yeah, like if I had gloves on all day and I'm all walking on my hands, I'm gonna have stinky hands.
Toes have toe jam.
Yeah, and then they're probably easier to get fungus and stuff.
See, that's why we need to wear barefoot.
We need to wear barefoot.
We need to wear barefoot.
I'm just imagining shoes that look like bare feet.
Yeah.
So cute. I want those.
How do you win?
So in that center thing that they have, there's a line down the middle, and then the two walls. So apparently, whoever you're wrestling with, you're trying to get them to tap the
Wrestling
wall.
with.
I did hear wrestling.
It's because I have a canker sore in my lip and I keep
Oh,
biting
no.
it. Yeah, so when they're wrestling,
I like wrestling.
when they're wrestling, they have to try. In order to win, they have to hit one of the walls.
Oh, it's like arm wrestling, but for
I hit them walls.
Gross.
would like a long toenail count as a weapon, like in cockfights? You know how they have like that long blade.
Probably.
I think I'll fucking Vaseline the shit out of my foot.
It's all
Ew.
slippery.
Yep.
Gross.
Cause that's what wrestlers do, right? And fighters, they grease the fucking body up.
Glides on.
Yeah, maybe they have rules against that or something.
Cheating ass bitches.
How do you tell people that with pride? Like, hey girl, I'm the toe wrestling champion. She's like, oh my god.
It's probably one of those things where you don't tell anyone.
But there's a groupie for everything though.
Oh, that's true. That's really weird. It's true.
All right, for our next story, do you guys, or first of all, do you guys know who John Jones is?
Yes.
Yes.
Sounds
Who
like a
is he?
very.
He is the light heavyweight champion of UFC.
He's an MMA fighter.
And there's a fight coming up.
It already came up.
Yeah, so
Came to dump.
I know he just beat Daniel Cormier. Like,
And I heard all the controversies behind the Daniel Cormier.
Oh yeah.
and that's what we're talking
about
about
this.
today.
oh, there's controversy with that.
Yes, again, dude. Guess what happened again?
Oh no.
Yep.
Don't
He tested positive.
He got what?
caught.
Steroids.
Yeah, so John Jones, he's widely regarded as one of the greatest MMA fighters of all time.
Very true.
Yeah, he has several records in his division, but his entire career has been surrounded by a lot of controversy. So, like, for example, back in 2015, he got fined $25,000 for testing positive for cocaine, and he was allowed to keep his title. And
He had a squeaky clean image too at that time. Like he was considered like the boy next door that just came up really hard and really fought outside of the box.
It's always those squeaky clean ones.
Imagine Taylor Swift testing positive for cocaine. That's what happened.
I'm okay with that.
Believe it.
yeah. Yeah, and then April of 2015, he was charged with a felony hit and run. He got in a car accident. He injured a pregnant woman who broke her arm. He ended up fleeing the scene, and then he got caught.
That's worse than cocaine.
He was stripped of his title then, and he was removed.
That's funny how he doesn't panic in a fight, but he panics after an accident.
He doesn't know what to do in the real world.
I know.
Yeah.
Because most people can't fucking fight a professional fighter in a ring and not panic.
Yeah.
And then he gets in the car accident and he's like, oh no, what do I do? I'm gonna get out of here.
His dishwasher jams and he's like, fuck no!
fucking dishwasher, anything. I want to fight someone. I don't want to have to deal with the dishwasher. He can't do normal life shit. Oh no, what am I gonna do? Oh no. Extension cords in the vacuum cleaner again. God damn it.
Yeah, and I guess with that whole hit and run thing, he lost a lot of sponsorships. Like he didn't fight for a while.
Must really suck for Nike just because they had Tiger Woods and and Kobe, right? They both were like in crazy scandals, and now this guy.
Kobe was after the fact. Kobe was with Adidas when the scandal happened,
okay.
and then so he got dropped for a couple of years, and then Nike picked him back up on his prime.
Just don't sponsor nobody, Nike.
Except us.
Yeah.
We would never
Sponsor me.
Oh yeah, these should get out of sponsoring sports people because they're scoundrels.
You know who they sponsored? Kevin Hart.
Oh really?
I think he's the first comedian to be sponsored by an
He is.
athletic company.
That's cause he likes the Jordans.
Yeah, so anyways, back to John Jones. So he returned to the UFC in 2016, but then he was pulled from the rankings again after testing positive for banned substances 3 days before a fight. He's saying that he ingested them by mistake, and
It fell and it went into my mouth and I swallowed it.
Honestly, it happens, but keep quiet.
Yeah,
I'll
he was
explain
saying-
later.
he was saying that he was trying to take Cialis, which is like
Is that an erection drug?
Erection, yeah.
it's an erection.
Oh, that's the
I
weird.
thought it
That's
was
weird.
sleeping.
He was blaming it on that.
He was trying to fight people with the heart on.
Damn, he's so young.
No, it's because when you take all these other things, your dick doesn't work the same, so you have to take that.
Helps with his ground game.
It's for blood circulation.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah, it's like ginseng, you know, just feels good.
He's working on his 5th limb.
Oh my god. Yeah, so then now, again, he's tested positive for a performance-enhancing drug.
Do you know which one it is?
They're just calling it
Percocet.
the anabolic steroids.
I heard people making fun of him because that's like the cheap shit. He couldn't get, or like, if you were gonna do steroids, why don't you do the fucking high-end stuff?
Yeah, anabolic steroids is like the most basic, like that's the first thing that, because usually so how these things work with professional organizations, it's here's a ban, and then so whatever you were allowed to take before, everyone's gonna push the limits, right? Because they're trying to be a champion. But as soon as they increase the ban again, now like the 10 substances turn into 15 that you can't take. So it's always trying to fight loopholes. And the reason why like sometimes when the athletes, when they say, I really didn't know, and it's actually an honest answer, is because these athletes, they have to just control their fighting and the discipline and the training, right? And so they're surrounded by a council. So they have like a nutritionist, they have a doctor, they have whatever. And all of those guys, their careers bank on the fighters to win. So if you have a doctor that's like, trust me, this is the new best shit, you have to take it, you just believe them because they have your best interest in mind, and you don't have the scientific knowledge that they do. So a lot of times, like, take this, you're gonna recover in 2 days. And then of course you're never gonna think this guy's trying to fuck me over. So there is a huge possibility that he really didn't know, and it happens a lot. But there's also a possibility, like with something as basic as anabolic steroids, he probably did know. Because those anabolic steroids, there's like a few like test, trend, whatever, and like all those things are highly known. And if it was like some next level shit that we never heard of, then it's like, oh, I can see how it passed. Like, but if it's just straight up, here's Anavar, take this. It's like everyone knows what that is.
That's like saying, I didn't know heroin was illegal.
Yeah, but if it was like, here's KFG, and you're like, what the fuck's KFG? And then like, well, I took it because I didn't know what that was. Then that would
You
make
miss
more
fried
sense.
chicken or something?
Fried gizzards.
Kentucky Fried Gophers.
Yeah, so the first time that he tested positive, he was suspended for an entire year. But that now that he's tested positive again, they're saying that he could potentially be suspended up to 4 years, which is a career-ending thing. 'Cause
In the UFC or just in any anti-doping testing agency?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm not sure.
It's probably UFC.
Because you know what's crazy is John Jones is so fucking good, like he's literally the best, that he could probably just jump to another federation and go to a Bellator or anywhere else and get paid just as much. He could turn into like a sideshow, like into like one of those circus type of UFC things and get paid just as much. Because he's literally the best, so people want to watch him fight no matter what.
Yeah, so Dana White was just saying that it was really saddening because of the fact that this kid has so much potential. Or he calls him a kid, but he has so
He is a
much-
kid to him.
Yeah, to him. So right now they're retesting it. If it comes back that it is positive for the second time, then he will be banned for 4 years. And Dana White saying like that's career ending there because trying to do a comeback at 34, it's not gonna happen. So
Why did he do this? He's like literally, he's on the road to being the best MMA fighter that ever lived. And so he could have really done something great.
Why We should just let people do steroids.
I like that.
It was a lot. Remember when baseball was like fucking smashing it, and
When everyone looked like a bodybuilder?
like Sammy Sosa, and like everyone was just knocking the ball out of the park. Everyone's like, "Fucking baseball's a shit," and everyone was just like jacked.
Oh, who are we talking to? We were talking to someone that's hella into baseball and hella into fitness. So they were saying that during baseball's golden years with Sammy Sosa, Barry Bonds, and like Mark McGwire, when everyone had like 20-inch arms, that was baseball's highest rating. Because the ball was flying out of the park.
It was just it was exhilarating to watch these monsters. Like,
But now that
But isn't that when the scandal with Daryl Strawberry or some shit happened and he was caught for mad steroids and all that shit?
yeah, it was like during that era. But now, now that everyone's natty and everyone looks really skinny and no one's knocking the ball anywhere,
so boring.
no one's watching baseball, and baseball's a dying sport now.
My question is, everyone, even Olympians, everyone does steroids.
Stereos.
Like Cheerios with steroids. Everyone does it, right? But they just cycle off. Or they just find the shit that is legal and they do that. Performance enhancing drugs is something that all athletes do. It's rare.
At a top tier level.
It's very fucking rare, yeah. And like Bart said, like at that level of professionalism, you are a corporation by yourself.
Yeah.
You are like Kobe himself is a company. So like they already have all these people. Like at that point, you're not doing your own training. No one's setting up your you're not doing your own training program. You're not doing your own nutrition. You're not doing shit. You just show up and then people are telling you what to do. You're a fucking puppet.
You don't even stretch on your own. So there's an NBA basketball player that trains that barbell.
Wow.
He literally lays on the phone with his cell phone and his trainer comes and pushes his legs for him, puts his arm over here. Like, you don't even stretch on your own.
Everyone is on it, right? So like, why, what's up?
Is it even effective?
It is. No, because now like you don't have to, so like imagine, you know when you massage yourself? It's only so effective, right? But then if you have a chiropractor massage
way
you,
better.
so a professional licensed stretcher is stretching you and you don't have to do jack shit. Like these athletes, they don't do anything. They're a literal corporation like what Joe's saying. They're surrounded by a team of like 10, 15 people.
And it depends, like, people have this idea of steroids being like, oh, you fucking take this shit and now you're Superman and it's not fair. It's like, no, it just helps you heal faster and recover so you could train harder.
Yeah, ignorant people always think it's just like this magic thing that happens. You take it and all of a sudden you're like Popeye and shit.
It doesn't take away from the work ethic. Like, people still gotta train fucking hard, but it helps them recover faster, build muscle faster, all that rest less stuff. Yeah, they're gonna die fast and shit, and it's like, but we're watching. Yeah, we're watching them not to be model citizens. We're watching them to be our gladiators, right? Like,
Yeah, they're supposed to be entertainers.
why the fuck do people have to have good morals and shit? Like it's people's fault to treat these guys as gods and moral. Like, oh, I gotta look up to this person because I want them. It's like, what the fuck? Like, pick other people to be your moral like heroes, you know? Like, and then, you know, musicians and all these people, let them do what they do best. Like, who gives a fuck if this musician is sucking 50 dicks a day? Like, that doesn't make their music suck. It's, you know, like, why do we have to, this person has to be perfect.
Yeah.
It's like, they have to be a role model for children. Nah, dude, fucking parents should be role models, motherfucker. If you can't be a fucking role model, they're gonna watch JK News and I'm gonna influence the fuck out of these kids.
You don't want that.
No.
Yes, you do.
I heard the guy that he fought
Cormier.
Yeah.
Cormier is like probably pissed because his fight with him gave him really terrible, I guess, like brain damage. Not brain damage, but some sort of,
I didn't watch the fight, but this is the second time he lost to him.
yeah, like some sort of like very permanent damage. So now that he's finding out that it's due to steroids or whatever, he's probably pissed.
Hands down though, with or without steroids, I think John Jones is a better fighter. So I don't even know why he took it. Like, I think John
Maybe he
Jones,
just has a lack of confidence.
yeah, he could have beat him.
He just
I'm
doesn't have
just like,
confidence in himself.
Maybe we should have one that says like the steroid sports. Like, you could do all the fucking steroids you want to. This is the uncontrolled one, right?
Yeah.
And then we have like the clean sports. Like, we should we should do that.
No, but you know what's gonna happen though? There's gonna be a lot of athletes that are probably gonna take too much and then they're gonna die and then there's gonna be a ban against them again.
That's their fault.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, Pride.
That should be a great example. See, this is what happens to you when you fucking overdo things. You die.
Alright, for our last story, you guys might relate to this one. So there was this couple in North Carolina They were about to give birth to their third.
Oh, literally us too.
They were about to give birth, or the mom, she was in labor, about to give birth to her third kid. When the dad was saying that he was hungry, they decided to do a little detour on their way to the hospital.
Makes sense.
Stop by at Chick-fil-A to get some food.
Oh, Chick-fil-A?
That's a good husband.
That makes sense though.
Wait, she was in labor?
She was in labor.
husband.
That's what my dad did to my mom. My mom was like in labor, and then she told my dad, and then my dad was like, okay, hold on, let me take a shower first. And my mom was like, I'm in labor, we need to go. And he was like, all right, can we get McDonald's first? And then my mom was like, I'm in labor, we need to go.
Who was the kid?
Huh? It was my brother.
Oh.
That's good, Dad, too.
Fucking crazy.
That's why we need that sponsorship, McDonald's.
So
We would
like
stop
a
giving
kid.
birth just for you.
Shut up. Just because they give you shit.
You should stop by McDonald's on your way to labor and
You know
then
what?
vlog.
I have a theory that the only reason why we're not being sponsored is because of Gio.
What?
Yeah. You know what, McDonald's? Like, I think we're secret friends because they follow me on Instagram and they follow me on Twitter.
And then
You know, on Twitter, they go this, they follow you.
Yeah.
So they know I'm there, but they're just like, but you're Gio's friend, so fuck you.
Yeah, and then all of our friends around us, they all get McDonald's love.
So you're trying to pick McDonald's over Gio?
Yes.
Of course. You were there for me in my childhood, Gio.
You didn't invite me.
You didn't even know I existed.
Stupid, you didn't invite me. Yeah, but so the husband was saying it was actually they were on their way for their fourth kid. My bad, I said third. But anyways, so they've already done it 3 other times, right? They were just like, yeah, you know, if you want Chick-fil-A workers to work fast on your order, just tell them your wife is in labor because that works. And apparently, like, the wife was really cool. She was like, yeah, I mean, we've done this 3 other times. He was hungry. It was fine.
Do you think by the third kid, you're like, fuck it, I'm in labor. I know I got like 8 more hours to go.
Probably.
Because I would have been panicking, like, maybe, wait, was that your first kid? Was that your dad's first kid?
It was.
Oh, and he was so chill about it? Can I take a shower before I go to the hospital?
Oh, you know your dad got other baby mamas then.
Oh!
He already been through
He
it.
was used to it.
There's other Julias running around!
He already knew.
Yeah, she works for fucking Barbell.
Red, a Filipino one.
Or Mario up at the wedding, people kept thinking you guys were the same person.
Dude, even at freaking David's like secret society event, like me and Mario, we like actually dressed up almost the same, and she was like,
Again?
yeah, she was like, dude, literally, I was about to wear the same exact outfit as you were. I'm like, shut up, get the fuck out of here. And then people throughout the whole night, they're like, did you guys plan this or something? And we're like, no, we didn't.
You and Mario look nothing alike though. How is that even possible?
Well, in the wedding vlog, they were sitting behind me while I was
They had, like, the
vlogging. And they
similar
had the same hair,
Oh, yeah.
blue dress,
Same
black
dress.
cardigan.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Yeah, it was weird.
Hope you guys enjoyed that video, but if you didn't, guess what? You can directly contribute to the articles that we discussed. Just cruise on over to the description box below, click on that link to submit your article. Also, for the next video, click right up here.